Okay, back into the investigation of Miss Carter's room. You pull open the drawers and check them one by one, finding only expensive cosmetic items inside. The bottles and jars are neatly arranged, suggesting that Mrs. Carter was meticulous and deeply concerned with order and routine. What do we got? Increase in diplomacy, some healing items. It's a flammable wine. Interact with the corner. You examine the room from the corner. It's surprisingly clean. It seems the room is tidied carefully every day. However, upon closer inspection, you notice small cracks running along the floor to the wall behind you. They don't appear to have been caused by an external impact. Instead, they seem to have formed from within, possibly due to structural damage. Check the bed. Before you sets a bed, undisturbed since the day Mrs. Carter disappeared. You quickly inspect the bedding, finding nothing particularly concerning, until you decide to look underneath. Under the bed, you discover a scattering of pill bottles across the floor. These are all strong antidepressants. She must have been in a terrible state after losing her daughter. I had advised Mrs. Carter to be careful with her health on multiple occasions. Even when I refused to get them for her, she would find them elsewhere. There was also an incident. She once attempted to take her life with a kitchen knife. Fortunately, she passed out after drawing blood, and the night watchman discovered her soon after. It reached a point where Mr. Carter could no longer bear to see her in such grief. He allowed her to overindulge, hoping it would ease her pain. You mean Mrs. Carter could have been out of her mind due to her addiction and the drug's influence? It's certainly a possibility. The mansion is vast and has many different collections. We gave up searching in some areas for fear we might damage something valuable. You catch a glimpse of Saya slipping a small metal disc behind the portrait frame just as the butler turns away. What are you? Saya presses a finger to her lips, silencing you. We all have our own ways of uncovering the truth. So, have you found anything? I have a few ideas, but something about this place feels off. Still, I think we've learned everything we can from this room. It's probably best to move on. Then let's check Carter's room when you're ready. Would it be alright if we continue our investigation in Mr. Carter's room? Of course, you have full authority to investigate as you see fit. Will you go there? Go. My apologies for the mess. Mr. Carter prefers to leave this room as it is and insists we don't tidy up. Please watch your step. The moment you step inside, you're taken aback by the sheer chaos of the bedroom. Stacks of papers and scrolls are scattered everywhere, covering nearly every surface. Strange machinery, unlike anything you've seen before, clutters the desk. The day after Mrs. Carter disappeared, Mr. Carter moved into his study full-time and has barely set foot in here since. So while the room itself hasn't been disturbed much, I can't say for certain if you'll find anything useful. What's the table for? The one over there? Well, Mr. Carter was thrilled when he first acquired Solidnit. Every day he would examine the gemstone with a magnifying glass right there, almost as if he were memorized by it. But once he realized he might be targeted by thieves, he had the gem locked away in an underground vault. I also heard he's hired a detective known for solving supernatural cases. She's supposed to arrive tomorrow. Well, I hope she's easy to work with. Let's get started, partner. The sooner we finish, the sooner we can rest. Yeah, I just hope to have a comfortable room to rest. Don't worry, we prepared guest rooms for both of you. Oh, we can share a room. We make a great team. It'll be better for the investigation. Understood. Alright, let's get to work, partner. Share a room. Did it ever occur to you to ask me first? Several gemstones are scattered across the table. It seems Carter's taste in jewels has changed. These stones are uniquely different from what you expect. As you take in the sight, your eyes catch a faint pattern spread across the tabletop. Intrigued, you focus on it, attempting to piece it together in your mind. The pattern looks familiar. According to an article you once read about ancient folklore, it resembles something associated with ritualistic practices, but sadly you can't recall any further details. This is an antique that Mr. Carter acquired, though I don't know its origins. He certainly has a fascination with these kinds of things. I get it, some rich folks really are obsessed with secrets and mysteries. It's not exactly uncommon. At the very least, I'll take some pictures. They might as well get something useful out of this trip. You notice that the butler makes no effort to stop Saya. But the moment Saya sets her camera into position, ready to take a picture. How could this be? Before you can make sense of what's happening, Saya suddenly pulls a gun from her garter and fires at the table. The shots ring out and Saya stumbles back and reflects. She gasps and collapses to the floor. You never imagined seeing her so vulnerable. Saya! Lady Saya? Why would you? I'm fine, but there's something wrong with this table. I suggest telling Carter to get rid of it. I see. I'll let him know. You know Saya isn't the type to be easily shaken. Whatever she saw must have struck her deeply. I take it Mr. Carter's had the table for quite some time? He has been using it regularly? Yes, but nothing strange has happened to him. I'll inform Mr. Carter about those concerns. Is there anything else I can assist you with? It's getting late and Saya could use some rest. I think it's time we head back to our room. The butler nods and walks off, seemingly heading to prepare your guest room. After a while, Saya seems to recover. Thank you for that. I'm feeling better now. After confirming that the butler has left, Saya hesitates for a moment before finally speaking up. Though through the camera, I saw a completely different room. The table itself wasn't there. The whole room was distorted. Everything around it was made of complex shapes. It wasn't blurry, but it was unable to describe. The whole scene gave off this overwhelming sense of wanting to tear me apart and drag me away. It's difficult to put into words. Sorry, I didn't mean to make you worry about me. It's fine. I'm almost done investigating. Let's go get some rest. We got ourselves a hammer. These appear to be files related to the jewel trade. You skim through them but quickly lose interest. Gems are scattered across the floor, as if forgotten. You take a moment to examine them and spot one engraved with runic symbols that seem intact. Nice. Before you sits a strange contraption, a box made of brass with an array of 5 coils extending from it. The box itself is covered in small holes, seemingly designed to accommodate these coils. As you lean in for a closer look, you notice that each coil ends with a thin metal needle. It looks like some kind of torture device. What do we got? Observe? Whatever. Oh, come on, dice. As your eyes fall upon the chaos of the bed, you find the urge to tidy it up. The bed is piled high with documents, books, and blueprints. The only shred of morality is that the blanket itself has been spared from this circus. As you shift your attention beneath the bed, you spot an aged and weathered note with strange symbols and text. Upon closer inspection, you recognize some of the words. This is the limit of the times. Below, 2 symbols are crossed out, circled and marked as important. I doubt I have the time to decipher these symbols. And even if I asked Carter, I can't be sure he'd be honest. Someone else might be able to decipher this more quickly. The weird symbols. It resembles a radio, but it's unlike any model you've seen before. As you skim through the documents, you come across a book on occultism. You pause to try and understand the knowledge within. Damn. Failed to grow. Another runic symbol. In the drawer you find a framed, hand-drawn sketch. From what you can make out, it depicts an immense iridescent cone, roughly 10 feet high with a 10-foot diameter at the base. Its surface is covered in a strange, uneven scale-like texture. You can't tell what it is, whether it's a machine or a living creature. A framed sketch. Carter's mind is definitely unique. See, that's what I'm going to be able to do for now. Allow me to lead the way. Snow, come back! Snow bolts out of the room with Saya chasing after her without hesitation. Saya, wait! Still a trouble, as always. You follow Saya into the garden, where the lights are on. Snow is standing on the well in the middle of the garden. Come here, Snow. That's not your playground. Meow. Where's the butler? We can't find the room without her. You glance behind you, noticing that for some reason, the butler isn't following. Saya, you're so fast. Maybe she just can't catch up. Let's wait here then. The garden is brightly lit, allowing you to see every flower clearly. But as you glance around the well remains shrouded in darkness. Let me explore these plants real quick. Small lights scatter through the garden, yet an uneasy feeling creeps over you, as if something unseen is watching. The soil looks freshly turned, and the surrounding flowers appear to have been planted recently. Strangely, the leaves of the bushes here have turned gray, as if drained from their vitality. They look sickly, with an unnatural stillness. You can't shake the feeling that they're trying to tell you something. Well, let's investigate the well. Whoa. As you peer into the well, a strange mist swirls within. It's moving slowly, almost deliberately, as if it were alive. A wave of nausea washes over you. A deep, instinctual dread grips you. You've seen something you shouldn't have. But before you can pull away, a cold, moist sensation creeps up behind you. In that moment, you hear a voice. Strange, not because of its sound, but because of when you hear it. You focus, trying to make sense of it. The voice belongs to someone, expressing surprise, almost as if whatever made the sound is startled by your reaction. Then a soft "ah" escapes the presence, and the voice fades away. A cold touch brushes against your neck, light, fleeting. It feels like a sign, a warning. What's wrong? I just got a strange feeling. Was there someone behind me? No, I didn't notice anything unusual. You two are too fast. I could barely keep up. Snow almost fell into the well, but we're fine now. I see. It's good that you're both safe. This well has been here since before the mansion was built. I've heard rumors that something happened here long ago, but I don't know the details. Mr. Carter might, though. He's always been fascinated by mysterious events. Is there any water in the well? How deep is it? I'm afraid I can't give you a proper answer. It was abandoned a long time ago. You notice a slight frown on the butler's face. Well, I'm getting too old to be staying up this late. It's time to retire for the night. Please allow me to show you to your rooms. You know there's something unusual about the well. You decide to. Check once again. Upon a closer look, you notice many small cracks along the inner edge of the well. They are subtle, almost invisible at first. These cracks weren't there the last time you examined it. They twist and interlock like blood vessels. Suddenly, a black liquid begins to ooze from the cracks, slowly seeping outward along the well's surface. Saya? Butler, are you still here? I have a bad feeling about this. As you pick up the strange device, Carter's name appears on its screen. From it, an odd sound begins to emanate, one you can't quite describe. It's almost like a moan, but not in any familiar way. The sound seems to be a language you don't understand, yet there's a strange pull to it, as if the magic of the words is reaching out to you. The voice begins to sway you, a feeling like something is drawing you in, threatening to swallow you whole. Gradually, you start to catch fragments of the words. It sounds like someone is begging for help. That's a young, energetic voice, yet buried under an overwhelming layer of sadness. Help us! The words snap you out of the trance. You drop the device. As the fog clears from your mind, one thing becomes painfully clear. That was not Carter's voice at all. What the hell is that? Oh, it's a dog. Before you stands a beast-like creature, its form shimmering with cold, eerie blue light. It is deeply unnatural, as if it draws the very stars into itself, distorting reality around it. A sharp, invisible force pierces through you, sinking into your very soul. Wow. No matter how desperately you try to move, your body refuses to obey. You are prey, caught in the jaws of an unseen predator, left only to await your fate. The creature begins its slow approach. A creeping certainty takes hold. This is the end. Then a soft meow breaks the silence. A surge of something unfamiliar rushes through your body. It isn't comforting, nor is it gentle. It feels as though your very flesh is being rewritten, primal energy pouring into your soul. Not as salvation, but as something far more instinctual. I have a higher chance with willpower. No, we're gonna have to re-roll that. There we go. Agonizing pain surges through your body, but your mind remains your own. Every instinct screams, fight or flee. I need to run! Natural running situation. World inside the well. Meanwhile, in the courtyard, Saya and the butler comb through the darkness, their anxious voices lost to the still night. Then, at the edge of the well, you reappear. Saya's eyes widen the moment she sees you. Without hesitation, she rushes to your side. Your mind feels frayed at the edges. The world tilts, an unbearable weight pressing down on you, and then darkness takes you as you collapse to the ground. Guest room. The butler escorts you to your room and helps Saya settle you on the bed. Ensuring you're safe, she quietly takes her leave. Saya remains at your side. She perches at the edge of the bed, methodically tending to her weapons with practiced care. Once satisfied, she leans forward, resting her head in her arms for a brief nap. As for you, you are lost in a nightmare. Your skin burns. It feels as though magma is searing through your veins. Something tugs at your mind, and an insidious impulse, gnawing at the edges of your thoughts. You don't know how much longer you can resist. The pain crawls beneath your skin, a maddening itch that refuses to be soothed. You claw at your body, your surroundings, anything to make it stop. The agony intensifies, a sympathy of torment echoing in your ears. Metal clashing, molten rivers churning, a guttural beast groaning from the depths. The sounds flood your mind, drowning you in an ocean of desolation and sorrow. You are helpless, small, powerless. The world unravels around you, tearing you apart. then piercing you back together again and again, an endless cycle of suffering. Suddenly, your vision blurs as the ground beneath you fractures. Magma surges from the abyss, consuming what little land remains beneath your feet. The world crumbles, slabs of earth collapse, dragged into the infernal depths below. Terror grips your mind. Time slows. Then you fall. A sea of molten fire rushes to meet you. From within its depths, countless hands emerge. They seize you, clamping around your arms, wrists, neck, thighs, ankles, inescapable. Beneath the magma, charred bones lie in silent testimony, their alabaster forms glowing within the bubbling inferno. The heat is unbearable. Your body burns, consumed by the searing force. You try to scream. You try to escape, but there's no way out. Your eyes snap open. The searing pain still lingers, leaving you drained and weak. Hush. Saya notices you're awake. She raises a finger to her lips. Her expression is sharp with caution. There's something going on outside. Footsteps echo beyond the door. Distant yet close, shifting in a way that defies logic. Keep the light off. We won't want to draw its attention. You carefully creep to the edge of the door, a thin silver of light sleeping in from beneath, making your eyes ache. Blinking away the discomfort, you press your eyes to the peephole, yet only to find an empty hallway. The hallway lights remain on, casting long, lifeless shadows. Beyond the window at the far end, the night looms, void of moonlight. Holding your breath, you strain your ears, trying to catch any sound beyond the door. You press yourself against the door, holding your breath as you listen intently. Faint footsteps echo through the hallway, their presence fleeting as they fade into the distance. Relief starts to settle in until you catch a glimpse of something out of the corner of your eye. A thin crack slithers into existence at the seams where the door meets the wall. There's something visible beyond it, yet an inexplicable dread creeps over you. A formless presence seems to push against the edges of reality, threatening to emerge. The thought alone sends a fresh wave of dizziness crashing over you. As you teeter at the edge of consciousness, a whisper slithers into your ears. It carries no words, no structure, only a formless murmur beyond the realm of human comprehension. The whisper fades, dissolving into a chorus of soft meows. A warmth surrounds you, gentle yet overwhelming. Your heart pounds erratically in your chest, breath coming in shallow gasps. Your skin burns feverishly. Whatever you heard, whatever it was, it has seeped into your very being. The whisper wasn't just sound, it was a call. Something is calling you, calling your name. Your vision sways, stretching and distorting. The hallucinations blooms like moss creeping over forgotten stone, like wine left too long to ferment. The cats multiply, their eyes fixed upon you. You know them, you recognize each and every one. They encircle you, meowing with devotion, their presence impossibly comforting. The illusion is too perfect, too intoxicating. Your body temperature spikes, the dream pulls at you, coaxing you to let go, to surrender. A sudden wave of dizziness grips you. Stumbling backward, you crash against the wall and collapse onto the cold floor. The world tilts and fades, darkness rushing in. And just before your consciousness slips away completely, you feel something. Something brushes against your head, a gentle touch, soft, affectionate. Then nothing. You're back in the deep sleep. Saya wakes before you. At least we're still alive. Seeing you sleep on the floor as she did, she soon pieces together what must have happened. Wakey, wakey, time for work. The moment your eyes flutter open, urgency grips you. Last night wasn't just a dream. You rush to tell Saya everything. As you recount the events, Saya listens intently. her usual ease giving you way to serious contemplation. Seems like something is protecting us. If not, we might have vanished just like Mrs. Carter. We have to meet Carter today. True, we'll need a proper conversation with him. But for now, let's go to the dining hall. The butler told me there's going to be a grand banquet today. We can feast on dishes we've never seen before. Don't worry so much, say carte diem. Let's go. Stepping into the hallway, you spot Saya speaking with a girl who appears to be around 16 or 17. She is striking, her hair shimmering under the soft glow of the corridor lights, her skin flawless, almost unreal. Hello there. Her name is still in Chinese. So you must be the detective who accepted Mr. Carter's request. Yeah, and you are? Do you need anything from us? Before Saya can say more, the girl's eyes brighten with delight. Without hesitation, she takes a small hop forward and embraces Saya, as if they were old friends reuniting. There we go. My name is Sherry. I'm also here to see what happened. What's your name? As you get closer to them, a faint yet unmistakable scent reaches you. Perfume? No, it's something more natural, like a body fragrance. The familiarity tugs at your mind. You've smelled this scent before, but the harder you try to recall it, the more your thoughts slip away. The name's Saya, and yeah, we're here to help with the investigation. Hi Sherry, it's an honor to meet you. You introduce yourself, adding a polite compliment about her striking appearance. Sherry's lips curve into a pleased smile at the praise, but it quickly becomes apparent. Seems her attention lingers more on Saya. Thanks. So, did you come to us for a reason? Just wanted to introduce myself for now. The butler wrote to me about the current situation. Figured I'd check in. Have you found anything fun? As she speaks, she casually mentions being a college student majoring in archaeology. The realization clicks. She must be the expert on mysterious events the butler had mentioned. I see. By the way, would you mind letting go of me now? Oops, sorry. By the way, I just heard you've been through some weird things. Care to share some details? Well, it's a bit hard to describe since we don't know much at this stage. It's something like time travel. Time travel? Hard to describe. You mean something invisible? I guess you could say that, but we're not quite sure about it either. What a pity. Anyway, it's already 8 o'clock. How about having some breakfast together? That sounds great. I'm starving. An antique mirror is placed here, its surface slightly blurred by vapor. A faint unease creeps over you as you stare into it. Let us also check the mirror. Fog begins to gather within the mirror, distorting your reflection into a hazy blur. You struggle to make any details. Then the fog starts creeping outward, pressing against the glass as if reaching for you. The fog clings to the mirror's surface, coalescing into the shape of a figure. Look closely. Through the reflection, you see a servant-like man furtively slipping into the study using a keycard. Moments later, he reaches out in a panic, clutching a stack of documents. Just as the image vanishes, the swirling fog surges towards you. A sudden, agonizing cry pierces the silence, reverberating in your ears. Help us! That is a failure. My head hurts. Is this our bedroom? Yep. I need a key card to enter this room. Do a bit of exploring, shall we? Crafting is always nice. The chest design suggests it has a long history. It could be holding something valuable inside. I can't open the door without the key card. And I can't open the door without the keycard. Bum, bum. When you get to the dining hall, you see the butler ordering servants around. It seems they are busy preparing breakfast for the guest. Seeing the butler, Sherry almost hops over to her at once. The butler, on the other hand, lets out a slight smile. You're awake. How was last night? Did you get a good rest? She sets down her notebook, seemingly prioritizing your arrival, or perhaps realizing she won't get much done with Sherry around. Seems you have questions for me. Ask away. I'm happy to assist as I can. Have you seen Snow? She wasn't in the room when I woke up. Unfortunately, I have not. I'll have the staff search for her. Do you know when Mr. Carter will be around? The last time I tried to reach him, he didn't answer my call. As for now, I don't know where he is. Did you notice anything strange in the hallway last night? Please forgive me. I didn't linger outside for long. After escorting you to your quarters, I retired for the night. I can't say I saw or heard anything unusual. Do you have any first aid supplies around the mansion? I'd like to know what's available just in case. At the mention of first aid, Sherry's ears practically twitch. I can do it. Does anyone need treatment? You glance at her, skepticism creeping over into your expression. Unfortunately, Sherry catches on immediately. Her cheeks puff up indigently as she spins towards Ace. Huh, what's with that look? How dare they doubt me? Ace, tell them. Ace exhales quietly, the kind of sigh reserved for someone who has long since accepted their fate. Where do I even begin? Well, it's complicated, but she is an experienced doctor in her own way. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must attend to today's exhibition preparations. There's still much to be done. Then let us enjoy the food first. Agreed. Bum, bum. And this is an excellent time to stop this part. Thanks for watching.